training facility today, immediately began contact tracing, and right now the game is on schedule to be played. We've seen the NFL soldier through other situations. It looks like the same will be underway, but the 49ers are going to be shorthanded at the wide receiver position without Kendrick Bourne. Remember, no Deebo Samuel, no George Kittle, no a lot of people, but they will be tough. Brandon Ayuk will be the only healthy, experienced receiver Thursday night for the 49ers.
On the other side of it, how are the Packers dealing with this ahead of that matchup?
They are on their way to the airport right now as we speak. They are scheduled to leave at 4:15 Central Time, so about an hour from now, the flight is scheduled to leave for San Jose. We'll see if it actually does go up, but certainly looks like it, and they're going to be listing Aaron Jones, their running back with the calf injury, as questionable as well, Laura.
All right, and this news just crossing as we're talking right now. The Lions putting Matthew Stafford on the COVID list. We'll keep our eye on that as well. Back to another top story today. We saw AB at his first Bucs practice, and he's expected to be ready to go for their NFC South battle with the Saints. Many wondered, what would AB sound like today as he spoke with media? Would he be a changed man? And turns out, at least according to him, he is. Here's Antonio Brown from earlier.
I have a great opportunity here with him, with BA, and this organization, his team. So I'm super grateful for the opportunity he has presented me. I'm excited to be here and learn from these guys and put my will on display and show these guys what I'm willing to do.
You feel you're a completely different person now that you're back in the NFL?
Well, I just feel like I'm a better person. I want to say I'm a different person, but I'm a better person. Learning a lot about myself, working on myself for a year and a half. So I think I'm a better person.
All right, so Brown's last couple years have been surrounded by drama. In September last year, he was accused by his former trainer, Brittany Taylor, of sexual assault. That civil lawsuit ongoing. In January, he was arrested on a felony burglary charge with battery and 2 misdemeanors for an incident with a moving truck company in Florida. He pled no contest in June, was given 2 years probation with community service. And the NFL suspended Brown 8 games in July for multiple violations of the personal conduct policy. Marcus Spears, he gets another chance. I got to be honest, I realize it was just one soundbite and one interview today, but it did feel to me like Antonio Brown sounded changed, at least in a few ways. How do you think he will handle this latest opportunity?
Yeah, Els, my grandmother used to tell me all the time, your gift will make room for you, and what's for you is for you. And listen, this sounds very reflectionary, and I hope it's coming from a deep-seated place. I hope AB is, and I like what he said, I'm a better person. I'm not a changed person. You don't have to lose who you are. There's just some things you need to address about who you are that you may need to do differently. And hearing him talk just then, but also thinking about this opportunity. Like, you get to a point where you have enough things in your past that you have respect, and you got to honor the people that stayed down with you the whole time, that stayed in your corner. And I feel like it's taking some people around AB as well to check themselves and make sure they're adding and giving positive vibes to him as well. To see him back in the league is great. For us as football fans, it's great for us sitting on this show to talk about his immense talent. And his talent is the reason he's back in the league. But with that being said, you would hope that the fact that Brady vouched for him and Bruce Arians took this chance, and I'm sure Byron Leftwich, and there's been guys around the league as well that have been working out with AB in the summer that have vouched and wanted him to be a part of the team. So I don't want to put it in terms as he owes them anything, but he should have enough respect for guys putting a good word out for him to make sure he could be back where he is today. And look, he's about to join a team that can legit win a Super Bowl, and he could be a true added value to what they're trying to do.
Yeah, you mentioned Tom Brady vouching for him. AB had the TB12 hat on, wearing it proudly, and of course Brady vouched for him last year as well. For more on Brown's first official time on the practice field, let's bring in ESPN Bucs reporter Jenna Lane. Jenna, you had access to parts of today's workout. What did you see?
Well, Laura, I can tell you that Brown had the biggest smile on his face throughout the portion of practice that I got to watch. He looked focused, but he was also really engaged with teammates. He spent a lot of time with running back LaShawn McCoy. Actually, at one point, the two of them were engaged in what looked like a friendly competition, doing some ankle stability drills, trying to see who could stand on one foot the longest. And it was funny, Bruce Arians said that when they started to do more of the walkthrough, Brown was going at full speed. It was just a walkthrough, but he said he's always been that way. And then I got a chance to talk to him for a little bit after the practice, and he wasn't defiant when I had asked him about some of the off-the-field issues, and he expressed a desire, really is hopeful that people will give him an opportunity to show them who he really is or who he is trying to become.
All right, great stuff from Jenna Lane there. You'll be all over it. And AB can be a threat to opposing defenses in a whole bunch of areas. He's been among the game's best at making contested touchdowns. Over the last 5 seasons, Brown ranks 3rd in the NFL in touchdowns on tight window passes, defined by NFL Next Gen stats as less than 1 yard of separation. And in those areas, AB trailing only Jimmy Graham and Brown's new teammate Mike Evans. Tom Brady's touchdown to AB in Week 2 at Miami last season was thrown into a tight window. For more on how we think they're going to use AB, let's go to Dan and Keyshawn. What should we expect, guys, on Sunday?
Well, first of all, pressure's on because I spent the whole night watching John King on the touchscreen. I got way too many tweets from everybody saying he's the master. So, Key, I think the 2 biggest parts is they see the field the same way and then they feel the game the same way. All right, this is AB down here last year at Game 1, and he's going to have what's known as the short crossing route. Now, Key, when it comes to this short crossing route, give me the first thought process that you have as a wide receiver.
Well, I got to get through traffic like an ambulance. I've got to climb either over the top, underneath. I got to figure out how to get into that window.
All right, so this is what the Dolphins are going to do. They're going to blitz these linebackers, and that defensive end is going to be a zone blitz. He's going to drop out. That's the ambulance, the traffic that Key's talking about. So AB comes off the line of scrimmage and does a great job. Here's that dropping defensive end. Now, Key, what I loved at this moment, during that crossing route, AB's already got his eyes going back to Tom Brady. Why is that important?
Well, I want the quarterback to know that I'm ready for the football, but at the same time, I've got to be conscious and understanding that this could be zone, it could be man. I can't lose sight of that.
All right, so I love that. And then why is it important? Because so often when receivers are running crossing routes, they run as fast as they can. And this is a full-speed route. Now, Key, you're exactly right. This is a zone defense underneath. Now, I love the fact that AB on this route, he throttles down. Instead of going full speed across the field, he throttles down. Why? Why does he do that?
Well, number one, he doesn't want to get his head knocked off running into a zone on the opposite side. But I remember way back when with Randy Moss, we were playing the Minnesota Vikings and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're in the cover 2, Mike Middle. Randy Moss runs a deep crosser. Then all of a sudden, he stops in a big gaping cavity. They drill the football 30-yard game.
So I love the fact that AB throttles down here. He gets past that defender, throttles down, and then look, Tom Brady's seeing the same thing. Tom Brady's going, okay, AB, you're exactly where I'm expecting you to be. Ball comes out on time. Huge completion for that offense. Second play I love. So that's seeing the field the same way. This is kind of seeing the game or feeling the game the same way. That's AB in the slot, and he's going to run what's known as a go route. Now, it's really 2 end results that can happen. You can whoop your receiver at the line of scrimmage, and that ball kind of gets thrown right there. And these are the ones where we see the quarterback lead the receiver up over the shoulder with a lot of air under the throw. Or it could be one of these back shoulder throws. Now, Key, talking about press man at the line of scrimmage, what's the most important thing for AB at the snap of the football?
Is to sell the go route. Keep his shoulders square. Make the defensive back believe I'm going vertical. Even if I run out of room to the sideline, that DB turns his hips because he's trying to beat you to the spot.
Okay, so I love the fact that Key says run vertical. Now, this DB, Key, he's doing a good job right here. This DB is really running the route for Antonio Brown. So I love this. Antonio Brown right now feels, okay, that defensive back is winning. He's winning this route. What's your mindset in that moment?
Well, I can't get over the top of him, but veteran to veteran who's played together before, who kind of understands, better yet, practiced together before, and understands that this defensive back has beat my receiver to the spot, so I'm going to back shoulder him and keep the ball to the sidelines, because if he doesn't catch it, it goes out of bounds.
I love it. So Brady's about to release this football, and Key, you're exactly right. He's got to beat him to the spot, and I love that because look at the ball placement, and look at that's great coverage. Wouldn't you say that's great coverage by that defensive back right here? That's great coverage by that DB.
It's great coverage, but it's even a better throw and an excellent catch. One thing you got to know, though, Dan, ball travels faster than man.
I think this combination sees the game the same way and has the same kind of feel.
Hey, Brown had an NFL record 6 straight 100-catch seasons from 2013 to 2018. The Bucs have one such season in franchise history. Get back there, Dan.